Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to jump in.
Awesome. So today we're tackling something that I think we've all encountered at some point scrolling through our feeds. You know those become a brand ambassador offers?
Oh yeah, definitely seen a few of those myself.
Right. They sound pretty tempting. Get free stuff, make some cash. Who wouldn't be interested? But there's often more to these offers than meets the eye. So to really dissect this, we're going to take a look at a two-part investigation from the Art Corner YouTube channel. They really dove into the murky world of one of these brand ambassador scams.
Ooh, that's interesting. It'll be really fascinating to see what they uncovered. I'm all ears.
Yeah. So in the first video, the YouTuber is looking into this offer from a company calling themselves DLNROQ. And let me tell you, just from the initial look at their website, the red flags were popping up left and right.
Oh, really? What kind of red flags were we talking about here?
Well, first off, the website was just a mess. Like poorly designed, almost no information about the actual company itself. It all felt very off. And don't even get me started on the contact details.
Yeah, those can be a big giveaway. You know, if they're using a personal email address or something equally unprofessional, that's usually a bad sign.
Exactly. And the YouTuber noticed that too. It all just screamed sketchy. And, you know, this whole thing reminded me of a conversation we had a while back about how these scams prey on our desire for, I don't know, easy money and recognition.
Absolutely. That's one of their most effective tactics. They dangle this idea of becoming an influencer, getting free merchandise, earning money effortlessly. It's very alluring.
Yeah, especially for younger folks who might not be as familiar with, how the real world of brand deals and sponsorships actually works.
Right. They're really counting on people not doing their due diligence and jumping in headfirst.
Which is why I was so intrigued by the second video in this investigation. The YouTuber actually decided to contact DLNROQ, pretending to be interested in the ambassador program.
Oh, wow. Playing with fire a bit there. So what happened? Did they respond?
Oh, yeah, they did. And you are not going to believe this. Their response was pure gibberish. I'm talking nonsensical sentences, weird formatting. It looked like someone just mashed their keyboard.
Wow. That's incredible, but not entirely surprising. You see that a lot with these types of scams. They're not really investing time in crafting believable responses. They're sending out mass emails, and their hope is that they'll hook just enough unsuspecting people to make it worthwhile.
It's almost like they weren't even trying to sound legit at that point.
Exactly. And that brings us to a really important point. You know, while it can be tempting to engage with these scammers just to see what happens or try to outsmart them.
Right, like expose them or something.
Exactly. But it's actually really dangerous. Even responding to their emails could put your personal information at risk.
Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that. So just by hitting reply, you could be opening yourself up to all sorts of trouble.
Absolutely. They could be phishing for personal details, trying to trick you into downloading malware, or even convince you to send money for some fake starter kit.
This is actually pretty scary stuff.
It is. That's why it's so important to be extra cautious online, especially when dealing with these types of offers that seem, too good to be true.
Okay, so for all our listeners out there, what's the best way to protect themselves? What are some things we can do to avoid falling into these traps?
Well, first and foremost, always do your research. Before you even consider responding to any online offer, take some time to investigate. Look up company reviews, see if you can find any official registration information, double-check those contact details, and most importantly, trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is.
I love that. Trust your gut. It's such a simple but powerful piece of advice.
It really is. Our instincts are often a lot smarter than we give them credit for.
So if you ever come across one of these amazing opportunities, remember to take a breath, do your research, and be skeptical. It could save you a lot of hassle in the long run.
Absolutely. A little bit of caution can go a long way. And, it's better to miss out on a few potential opportunities than to fall victim to a scam.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. But before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought. Have you ever stopped to think about the psychology behind these scams? Like, what makes them so effective at convincing people to hand over their hard-earned money? It's definitely something to ponder. Anyway, thanks for joining us today, everyone. And until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and stay scam-free.